What would you do if an adult you trusted to care for your child ended up accused of becoming intimate with your kid? It's a question that resurfaced this week when we broke the story of a former Lee County teacher accused of getting into a physically intimate relationship with a high school student. Unfortunately, it's not the first time we've covered a case like this. You can imagine the betrayal and anger parents feel in cases like these. So I got on a Zoom call with a child trauma expert from FGCU, Dr. Yaro Garcia, to share what many of you tell us you feel about this issue on Facebook. Sometimes these parents feel rage, or even hear people, it hasn't happened to their kid, but they said, if it were me, I'd be in prison. I would kill that person or want to harm them. What do you say to parents who have those feelings?
Yeah, you're right. I have often heard many people say this, and I often have to explain that the issue with utilizing violence and engaging or going after the rage to do something about it is that that parent is going to now end up in some sort of legal problem. And that's going to take away from them being to attend in a quality way to that child who's already traumatized and under a lot of stress.
What would you say to a parent, though, who thinks, you know what, I want to be harsh because I want my kid to feel protected by my almost like raging protectiveness? I'm going to hurt someone else so you don't get hurt. That kind of that primal response.
Yeah, I would tell a parent who says that to understand that they themselves have been tremendously affected by what happened to the child. So that rage and that anger is the first sign that I have been affected. I also need help.
What would you tell adults who look at these stories, whether it was their child or someone else's, and they do feel this sense of, I want to say almost collective anger, because a lot of times these people who were trusted teachers, clergy members, they seem to be getting off with the slap on the wrist in the criminal justice system.
Yeah. This piece is so difficult to respond to, because what needs to happen is we all have to do a better job at advocating in the system to improve the way in which we legally deal with these cases. I can also tell you that some of the biggest laws that have been passed when it comes to these topics have been advocated and dealt with victims.
Kind of like empowering you to try to at least make things as right as they can be after that level of pain.
The families of the victims, they were the ones who made a difference. They were the ones who made it better.
Thank you so much for speaking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And you can read what else Dr. Garcia recommends to channel anger into constructive action when you find this story on Fox 4 Now. And if your family's struggling with this level of betrayal, you'll find free professional support when you call 855-427-2736 or just go to nationalparenthelpline.org.